What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from the HOMES Brewery, and they are out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and this is their HITASU. So they're calling this one a Foeder-Aged Japanese rice lager. It comes in at 5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed time of review. This can is just under 5 months old. I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Jeff, aka No Jinx, for hooking me up with this one. Recently, I hung out with Jeff and his lovely wife in the Western New York / Finger Lakes region, and he brought me a care package because that's what Jeff does. He's done that for a long time, so I appreciate you, Jeff. He hooked me up with a bunch of HOMES beers, and most of them were fruited beers, fruited sours, fruited sour IPAs. This is the only non-fruited beer he gave to me, and he gave me a Foeder-Aged Japanese rice lager. Now, they are using Carolina Gold rice, which is an heirloom rice that is, I think, used primarily in the southern region of the United States. They're also hopping this one with Waimea hops, and then they put it in oak foeders. And that's all I know about it. Sounds pretty interesting. The only other Japanese rice lagers I can think of that I've had have been Asahi and Sapporo. And outside of that, can't really think of any. So yeah, anyway, I'm pretty excited to give this one a go. Recently, I had a Foeder-Aged Pilsner from Finback called ... I don't know if you'll see this review first or that one, but I was kind of disappointed. It was solid, but I was hoping for more. So hopefully this is more in my wheelhouse. Now I'm using the Kunin glass because Kunin makes a great rice beer. It's their Drippa, and that is a double rice IPA, and it is fantastic. I would love to review that. I think it comes in cans now. So if anybody out there can get their hands on it and wants to send a can or two my way, I will totally review the shit out of that beer because I loved it the couple times I had it. Wow, I just kind of threw my coaster to the side. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Anyway, so that has a lot of like cloudy sediment to it. I did not expect that to be as it's super vibrant in the glass. It's like this really sunshine, just bright yellow kind of. It's gonna be dulled on camera, I think, but in person it is super fucking vibrant. But it's also very murky. Almost looks like a Belgian Wit beer. Has about a finger of this bright white, almost soap sudsy looking head. Yeah, I expected it to be a little bit more filtered, I guess, but I guess it's unfiltered. Anyway, it plays the role of some kind of lager, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. This looks more like a Belgian Wit beer. Let's get a nose. Ooh, that's really nice. So I smell like a crispness from this beer. Usually when I've had Japanese rice lagers, or when rice is used in beer like that Drippa, it usually produces this really like just crisp, clean, dry kind of sensation on the palate. And that's kind of what I'm smelling here. It's just like it's going to be a very crisp, clean, and dry beer. There is really nice lemony, almost slight orange hints. More of like a bright lemon, I would say, though. It smells grainy for sure. Touch of that like lager funk. I don't always get that. A lot of people say that, and I only get it like maybe like 10% of the time in lagers, but I feel like there's like a lager funk here with that lemon. It almost gives me slight like farmhouse vibes to it. I'm really not picking up on the oak, maybe like that drying sensations like an oak tannin or something, but no vanilla, no actual oak qualities. It just smells like a lemon forward type of lager. Like I feel my mouth's watering. I feel like this is gonna be crushable, and I hope it is. So cheers, everybody, and thanks again to Jeff. Yep, and yep. I don't know why I did 3. Like I don't know. I have no idea. This is what I kind of expected when I saw the beer. I looked it up and whatnot, because it only says Japanese rice lager on the can, but this one was canned back in, I'm going to date the review, but whatever. Just know this is just under 5 months old as I'm reviewing it, but this one was canned back in late June of 2021. And I looked up their Instagram posts, and that's where it said the Foeder-Aged and the Waimea hops and the Carolina Gold rice. And when I saw that, I was like, I just hope it's a well-balanced, really crisp, clean, and refreshing beer, and it totally is. Body and mouthfeel. For 5%, this is really, I mean, I would say if this was like a macro beer and they put, some kind of description on the label, it'd be like full-bodied, because this is like a full-bodied 5% lager. In reality, this is like straight up medium, but it's really, really nice for a 5% beer. The mouthfeel is so crisp. Like I said, it's really clean, very spritzy. This is a crispy boy. It's a crispy boy, B-O-I. It totally is, 100%. It's very smooth though on the palate, on the finish. But right up front, I'm hitting maybe I'm hitting something else. That's why this fucking review's terrible. But I'm hit with a real big grainy, I wouldn't say rice if I was doing this by, but just like a grainy kind of malt sensation. Right after that, there's that bright lemon. Like, it's like I wouldn't say you bit into lemon. It's more of like a lemon flavor as opposed to like the tart, acidic kind of lemon characteristics you would associate with biting into a lemon. So I would just say more like, maybe like a lemon zest, something like that. And that hits right after that graininess. Then on the back of the palate, I'm hit with a very mild, I would say like a very mild like floral earthiness. And then it finishes semi-dry with a very, very, very minute bitter profile of this one. Like the bitterness on the back end is very mild, but it's semi-dry. I was expecting this to be a little bit more dry, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's a little bit sweeter than I anticipated, but I welcome that. I've mentioned this so many times on my channel, but not a huge fan of crazy dry beers. If this is for a lager, this is dry enough where I want to go back for more, but it's also one of those balanced beers where I would want to probably drink like a 4-pack of this. Man, super easy to drink, really nice. Is it mind-blowing? No, it's not meant to be. It's a Japanese rice lager. They age it in the foeder. Here's the only thing I'll say. I'm really not getting that foeder presence. Maybe the drying on the back of the end of the palate is giving me like a tannic kind of vibe from the oak. But I would honestly say that I wouldn't tell you this is foeder-aged at all if I was doing a blind. And that's, I got to keep it 100 with you, and that's the reality. So I'm not like, oh man, I'm getting like vanilla and a huge oak presence. I'm not. But you don't really want that, I don't think, in a beer like this. You just want that foeder to kind of accentuate what the beer is. And I think it's probably doing that to some degree. Yeah, really nice. So really easy to drink, 5%, can't even tell. Very nice, subtle, not, kicking me in the face with flavor, but what's there in terms of the subtle characteristics are very, very nice, well-balanced, and really easy to drink. So not much more to say about this one. So HITASU, Japanese rice lager from HOMES. I'm going to go high 4 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.1 out of 5. That's a really nice lager. Like, if this was a beer locally that I could get my hands on, relatively, I wouldn't say super easy, but if I could go to my local beer store and pick this up when they released it, I'd be all over it. But the thing with HOMES, and this is where price and availability comes in play, HOMES is brewery only as far as I know. Now, I don't know how much these were going for. I didn't see a price on Instagram. So Jeff, this is where you come in. Let me know what you paid for this. I would be okay with paying like $14 a 4-pack, maybe $16 a 4-pack, but I want to see this in like the $12, $14 range. So if it's more than $16 a 4-pack, that's kind of crazy expensive. Finback was $19 a 4-pack for their Pilsner. It was 5.5%. And I would not pay that. After I drank that, I would never buy that again, period. But I probably wouldn't, even if I gave it a good score, I wouldn't buy almost $20 a 4-pack for a Pilsner. I don't care if it's foeder-aged or not. This, I wouldn't go over $16 4-pack, but I would hope it's more in like the $14 range at most. But availability, like I said, it's brewery only with HOMES as far as I know, but I think it's easier to get their stuff nowadays. So not much more to say about it. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Jeff, I probably missed your check-in at some point. I imagine he liked it, considering he gave me a can of it. I'm sure he enjoys it, and I'm enjoying it. Just under 5 months old, still very vibrant and tasty. I don't think drinking this super fresh would have been a huge difference, but if you did drink this one super fresh, let me know what you thought about it. So not much more to say about this one. Huge thanks to Jeff for this one. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers. You like I do the thumbs? I'm just kidding. Cheers. I thought I was doing a vlog. What the fuck am I doing?